You went to the kitchen. They followed. You went to the bathroom. They followed again. You moved to the couch. They were already there or on their way. Many people call this clingy. Some call it separation anxiety. Behavioral experts say something completely different, and once you understand it, you will never use the word clingy again. You can be sure of that. Let's start with the obvious explanation. They're a pack animal. They want to be near the group. We can accept that's partially true. But here's the problem. Wolves, your dog's closest living relatives, do not follow individual pack members around the house all day. Wolf packs always move together. They don't shadow one specific individual. So the pack instinct explains why they want to be near living things. But it does not explain why your dog specifically follows you, past other people, even past other pets, heading directly to wherever you are. So what does explain it? There are 3 layers that explain this. And the third one is truly the one that will stay with you. The first layer is genetic. In 2017, researchers at Princeton University and Oregon Health and Science University published an important study in Science Advances. They compared the DNA of dogs and wolves, looking specifically at genes associated with behavior. What they found completely changed the way scientists understand the dog-human bond from the ground up. Dogs carry mutations in genes associated with Williams syndrome in humans. Williams syndrome is a condition that causes humans to be extraordinarily friendly, drawn to strangers, forming deep social bonds, unable to maintain normal social distance. The same genetic profile that makes certain humans approach everyone with openness and warmth exists in your dog. This is not a behavioral quirk your dog developed. This is encoded into their genetics. Your dog doesn't follow you out of need, actually. They follow you because 15,000 years of evolution encoded human-directed attachment directly into their DNA. Think about that. This friendliness isn't a personality trait. It's a genetic mutation selected specifically for closeness to humans. The second layer is neurological. In 2020, researchers at the University of Helsinki, in a first for canine research, used eye tracking and fMRI simultaneously to study what happens in a dog's brain when they see their owner. When dogs looked at their owner's face, the regions of the brain associated with emotion, reward, and social bonding activated significantly more than when they looked at an unfamiliar face. Not slightly more, significantly more. Your face activates your dog's brain in a way that no other face in this entire universe can. And do you know what this means for the following behavior? Every time your dog follows you and enters a room, they are moving toward the single most neurologically significant stimulus in their environment. You are not just their owner. You are actually the most important thing in the room, in every room. This is hard to internalize. With every following step, their brain is saying, "That's the one. That's who I chose." Your face activates your dog's brain in a way no other face can. When I first read this, I stopped in my tracks. What does this make you feel? Think about it. The third layer is cognitive. And this is the one nobody talks about. Dogs are extraordinary pattern readers. Fear-free certified dog trainer Kim Weigel explains it this way. Dogs don't follow you just because they love you. They follow you because they've learned that wherever you go, something happens. You go to the kitchen, food might appear. You go to the door, we might go for a walk. You pick up your keys, the world opens up. Your dog had memorized your daily routine at a level of detail most people aren't aware of. They know your morning routine very well. They know which movements signal something that excites them is coming. They know the difference between you walking to the bathroom and you walking to the front door. So when they follow you, they're not just seeking comfort, they are actively reading you for information about what happens next. Your dog treats you like a living calendar. Every step you take is a data point, and without you even realizing it, they've been carefully studying you since the day they arrived. Has your dog ever run to the door before you even touched your shoes? That's not magic. That's pattern recognition at a level science is still trying to fully map. What does your dog predict before you do? Write it in the comments. Here's the finding that surprised researchers most. In a study measuring what dogs actually want from their owners during the day, not food, not play, just presence, dogs consistently chose to stay close to their owner over every other available option in the environment. An open door, a toy, another dog, a sunny spot. They chose you. But the study went even further. They measured stress hormones in dogs who could see their owner but couldn't touch them. Just being able to see you, without any physical contact, measurably reduced their dog's cortisol. Your presence alone, Not your attention, not your touch, just your existence in the same room, is physiologically calming to your dog. They don't follow you because they need something from you. They follow you because you are something to them. There's a difference between needing and choosing, and every time your dog gets up and follows you, they are choosing. Just being in the same room is enough. You're there. Cortisol drops. Have you ever thought about it that way? Write it in the comments. This didn't happen by accident. For 15,000 years, the dogs that stayed closest to humans survived. They ate better. They were protected. They reproduced. The ones who wandered, who didn't track their human, lost that advantage. Generation by generation, staying close to one specific human became a survival strategy. What you're watching when your dog follows you room to room isn't clinginess. 15,000 years of evolution is saying, stay close to that one. You must. That one is everything. There's something important here that most dog owners miss. If your dog has started following you more than usual, pay attention. Not because something is wrong with the bond, because increased following behavior is one of the earliest behavioral signs of pain or illness in dogs. Dogs in discomfort want to be near their attachment figure. We can think of it like a sick child wanting to stay close to their parent. Veterinary behavioral experts have found that a sudden increase in following, especially in older dogs, can indicate the onset of cognitive dysfunction, vision or hearing loss, or chronic pain. If nothing in the environment has changed, no new pets, no schedule disruption, and your dog is suddenly your shadow more than usual, rule out physical causes first, because sometimes following you everywhere isn't just love. Sometimes it's the only way they know how to say, something doesn't feel right. Have you ever noticed your dog suddenly becoming more clingy out of nowhere? Write it in the comments and say when it happened. It might help someone else recognize a pattern. So the next time you feel your dog's weight settle beside you, regardless of which room you walked into, regardless of why you went there, remember what's actually happening. A genetic mutation shaped by 15,000 years of evolution, a neurological response that activates differently for you than for any other being on this earth, and a pattern reader who has memorized your every move and chosen every single time to follow, and chosen every single time to follow. They're not clingy, they just chose you. On this channel, every week we go deeper into the science of the bond between you and your dog, because they chose to spend their one life with you. They deserve to be understood,